Good morning and welcome to October in Sri Lanka. This month our fields are looking pretty dang good, but the only thing they need right now is some fertilizer. So that's how we're going to kick off this month. Get it fertilized and we'll be sitting pretty good. So run over here. I don't think I have any. Just run over here first. Let's see. Lime. We have 1,000 liters of fertilizer. So that makes me think we'll have enough with just that bag, so we can hop in to the John Deere here and get fertilizing. Just getting after it right off the bat. So go forward here. That got a little out. And hook this up. Can't remember if we had any left or not. We might have, but let's see. Yeah. Okay. Only 33 liters left in here, so we'll top this off. And after we get these fertilized, we'll have to make sure that the after we get these fertilized, we'll have to check and make sure the chickens are good on food and that our greenhouse is full of water. And oh wow, yeah, look at that. So we are almost full on the outside with pallets of lettuce. So just one more pallet of lettuce can spawn in, and it's at 490 liters. Takes 500 liters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then yeah, we'll be able to get a lot stored inside. So that's good. We will be looking real nice here when we go to sell it. So, because that's 3,000, I believe, a pallet at peak price. But anyways, back to our original task. I'm going to get this all set up and get ready to get some fertilizer going. And here we go. We are off. Shouldn't take too long, and it's dropping relatively slow. So 2 quick fields, and then we'll really start looking into making some money. We have a lot of maintenance to worry about, and we're actually running low on gas here, which I do that from last month. I just didn't look down until now. So we'll get this knocked out. We'll go get some gas. Good news, we're not buying any fertilizers, so that'll save us a little bit of money. And yeah, so okay, just making sure we're hitting every spot. We don't want to be missing any. And we'll be looking all right. So I'll knock both of these fields out, and then we'll find some work to do. Perfect. So that's one field down. I'm going to top this off. And on my way over, I guess I'm going to check the GPS on my maps quick and make sure we didn't miss anything. Okay, so this is showing where I've fertilized already. So yeah, 45 is all covered. So we're going to top off, and then we are going to knock out 46. And it looks like we have some rain coming in later today. I didn't see the timing on that, but I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to get this fertilized because we definitely don't want to be fertilizing in the rain. So finish this up on this field. Then, yeah, hopefully beat the rain. And the crummy part about it, though, is hopefully we have a short rain because if it's a long one, it's going to be difficult to do any harvesting contracts. We're just not going to get as much yield out of it, so not really worth our time doing. I don't know. I don't even know what's available. I haven't stopped over at the shop yet to check, but just something to think about. Anyways, let's just get this knocked out. Alright, finally got that all knocked out. Missed a couple spots and then had to go get some more fertilizer. That was kind of a pain. More of a pain than it needed to be, but it's done. So that'll need just one more set of, or coat of fertilizer next month. Yeah, November should be fine. Shouldn't, unless it's way too cold, but I think it'll be alright. So that is finished up. We got the low fuel light that popped up on the John Deere, so I'll probably head and go get gas next, but perfect. So that shot us up quite a bit on the yield bonus, and our next next coat, which is next month, should almost get us to 100%, which is great. And yeah, there's no notification at the bottom, anything else you need to do. So I'm actually going to hop in here, and we're going to go get this with fuel. And then I'll stop at the shop, see if there's any work that I can do, because I really need to get that Challenger up and running and make sure that's all good to go. Another thing that I'm not opposed to doing is getting another trailer, because transporting all that lettuce in the truck is just not going to be feasible. I mean, it's possible, getting 2 or 3 pallets at a time, possibly 6 if you stack them, but that might just be too heavy. So might see if there's any deals on flatbed trailers, but first I'm gonna go get some gas. And here we are at the petroleum station. Let's top off here. And how much is this gonna cost us? 165, not too terrible. See, on the way back I'm gonna stop at the shop, see if anybody has anything posted on the board. If not, I might talk to Walter and see if they have any deals as far as trailers go. So as of right now, nothing that we need, and no trailers in. That's unfortunate. Just for my knowledge, what is a trailer running for? So this will still be a little too small, I think. This is what we have already. We just have it set up for grain. So 26,000, still quite a lot. Yeah, 26,000 has been the cheapest, and I don't see that being worth it for us. So if we did have this one, 6,000 as is, like that. Pallet wise, might be able to stack 4 in there, then 4 more on top, so 8 total. It's a little better, but not sure if it's necessarily worth it. So but just something to keep in mind. Maybe, like I said, hopefully we'll get a used one that comes on the market. If not, no biggie. But that's mainly what I would look at here. Oh, and then the contracts. Let me take a look at those. So looking at the contracts, there was 2 people requesting their lawns mowed, Katie and Walter actually. So I'm gonna borrow some equipment and mow up Katie's field and Walter's field. They're not really close to each other, but one reason I took on this mowing in particular is because I'm hoping to expand and get a grass field going for myself and for the cows, to get them some feed. So I just kind of want to see what's out there. We could always start our own grass field if we buy our own fresh plot, but I thought taking a peek at what was available out there would be beneficial, because if we could get our hands on a grass field that was already planted, it would save us a little bit of time and money and just help us move along that much faster. So but this one that we're doing for Walter is one that I've actually eyed before. So, but that was just looking online. Now I actually get to visit it and see what the yield is like on it. Okay, so this is it right here. So decent sized grass field. And I've been here before, but yeah, looks pretty good. Like I said, I think this would be a great spot for myself and oh boy, gotta get this lined up for myself and for getting moving forward. Um, yeah, it's a nice little field, and like we're not gonna be able to start off with a bunch of cows, so I think just a small grass field would be ideal. Uh, but some of it'll have to be silage. We'd have to turn some of it to hay, which could be a pain. So there's a lot of factors that I'm trying to keep in mind when considering these things. But yeah, it's not bad. So anyways, I'm just gonna knock out these contracts, and clearly I need some work with this mower. But yeah, I'll knock these both out. Shouldn't take too long. Then we should have some money to be able to get some maintenance done on our equipment. But I was hoping to get a little bit more cash revenue in for this month. So we'll see if there's anything else that's available or what else we can do after I get this finished up. And that is one field down, so just one to go. Seeing that yield that was on that field. So silage, the cows can feed off of just silage, they can feed off of just hay, and they can feed off of just grass. But when you mix them all together, you get the TMR, and TMR is what keeps them the healthiest, and that'll allow them to produce the most milk. So I would like to do that. That way we are maximizing our yield from them. That being said, that field is pretty small. It would be enough to make us silage or hay and or just plain old grass. But I don't see it being very useful for both. I just think it's a little too small to get both products out of it. So I mean that's part of the game though. Maybe we still start with that small field and then look to expand from there. There's plenty of fields right next door that are also not super big, so it'd probably be pretty easy to purchase those and just combine them into one large grass field and be able to keep everything in that area. But we'll see because we'll also need straw. Like thinking really big picture here, we're gonna need the sugar crops, and so if we turn the fields that we have now into those sugar crops, then expanded where the cow farm is going to be and have that be the grain area and the grass area for the in order to make the TMR and keep the cows fed, I think it could work out good. It's kind of two little separate areas, so I think that's kind of my goal right now. We have a long ways to go. We have a lot of money to be made, but I think that's potentially the moving forward. We kind of have something to set our sights on. So, but anyways, I'm gonna pull up here to Katie's field, get it mowed up, and then go collect some money. And I'm just finished up this last little bit here. Perfect. So I knocked both those out, and this tractor here, you know, the offset, or not the tractor, the mower. The offset mower, I wasn't really a fan of when I was starting out, and then after a little bit of used it and getting used to it, it's not too bad. So we are going to need a mower to throw on one of our tractors for when we get the grass field. Something to keep in mind, this is probably way out of our initial price range, but you know, at first I was totally against these, and yeah, now after using it, it's not so bad. But anyways, that's just a note I have for the future. But I'm gonna go get all this stuff returned and get our money collected from Walter and Katie. House. And here we are back at the house. We are about $4,000 richer, so that's good. That means we have plenty of money to go get this Challenger repaired. Let me check in on this rain that's coming in real quick, though. All right, yeah, we got rain coming in at 3 o'clock, and then it looks like it's gonna last the rest of the day, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll take this over there and see what they can get done. I don't really want to have to work in the rain, but it is what it is. Well, I guess, oops, I forgot I left that here, so I have to get these both back. But yeah, I don't really want to have to work in the rain, so if there's a quick, easy contract left, I might take it. But if there's really nothing that seems that it's going to be done that'll take less than 3 hours, then I'm just not going to worry about it. But I'm going to go in here, talk to these guys, and see if they can get started on the maintenance on this. Okay, I spoke to them. They're starting on that project, $4,000, so I just paid them up front. But there it is back there. They're going to get working on that, and I will run this back home. Then while we're waiting, I'll see if there's something quick and easy I can do to make a little extra cash before the rain comes in. And then this John Deere actually will also need some maintenance, but I will wait until the Challenger is done, just in case we need something in an emergency with this. So unless I can check in on the water, yeah, let me hop in the truck and I can at least top off, because we have that barrel full from last month. So let me get in here, and I can see about filling this the rest of the way up. Oh, yep, and there was our 8th pallet. So I should double check really quick and make sure that we're still producing. I believe they are, though, and then it just stores on the inside, but there is a cap. But this should be gotta dump this in. This should be ready to go next month or in the next couple months, so either way we should have plenty of capacity. Let's see. So yes, it's still producing 29 liters, so that other pallet just spawned. We have 36,000 liters of water in there, so that's plenty. We really don't even have to top it off. I still might, to make sure I'm not falling behind, but yeah, that's good. So yeah, we can go in here, and here's just an overview of it. Lettuce 33, 34. It can store up to 28,000 inside of here. That doesn't count the stuff on the outside, so plenty. Get this all shut up, and I'll leave that there because I'll probably end up doing a couple water passes. But let me just see if there's something else that's super quick I can do for a little extra cash before I sit out this rain. Yeah, unfortunately there's just really nothing that we need to get done. Equipment, I guess we'll yeah, because this weeder here is dirty. The seeder we did clean, but this cultivator needs some cleaning. The John Deere we just cleaned, but it's still getting pretty dirty. Definitely the harvester here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get all this stuff clean while we wait for the Challenger to get finished up. got that all wrapped up, and chicken feed 533. They're good on that. They will be fine for another month or so. Reattach this real quick. Perfect. And that's all good. It's only been about 30 minutes. They might be done with the Challenger. Yeah, I guess I'll go talk to them and see if we can get that picked up real quick. And here it is, all fixed up and ready to go. So, glad that's taken care of. A little bit of peace of mind. Don't have to worry about it breaking down in the field while we're doing a task with it or anything. And while I was there, it looked like there was a rock removal contract. Not sure if I want to do it though. It's quite a distance away. But yeah, and this rain's gonna be moving in, so fortunately it's probably gonna be a short October. Because I mean that rain's hindering anything else we can do. There's a pretty decent harvest for corn, but we won't be able to get it done by the time that rain's supposed to roll in. So I just don't think it's not gonna be worth our time to knock that out. So we'll get this guy cleaned up, and then yeah, I suppose I'm gonna just head in and go wait for the storm to roll in. But there's that. It's unfortunate, but yeah, okay. I don't want to be wasting daylight, and we don't have rain yet, so I'm just gonna make a couple passes. It's sitting pretty good, but if I have time, I'm just gonna top this off quick, and then we'll probably just call it a day. I believe there's some football on, so might watch some football and just relax for the rest of October. Good morning and happy November. After we topped off our greenhouse last night, it started raining at 3 and it did not quit until 9. It was yeah, it was a long night, so I got to kick back and watch some football. I did move 2 of these lettuce pallets just in case these wouldn't spawn in, so I just used 2 more spawned in overnight, but I moved these to the side just to make sure we had room. I think it shouldn't be a big deal. So that was good. And yeah, just had a pretty chill night. So here we are in November, and we need to get our final fertilizer down, our final coat of fertilizer. So I have some left over here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need one more bag because this was 1,000 liters. It's probably down to like 333. 168, even less. So I'm gonna have to go pick up a bag of fertilizer, and then we will get all of this fertilized. I know it's the same thing that I just did the previous month, but we got to get that yield bonus in. So when I go over, stores should be open. So look this up. Maybe. There we go. And yeah, it's a little rinse and repeat from the previous month, but what can you do? Oh, it does look like we have some rain that's forecasted to come in. Let's see when this is supposed to come in. And looking in here, 2 o'clock. So we got quite some time before any rain's gonna pop up. Gives us plenty of daylight. And let's go in here and get the fertilizer. And this is what we have on sale. No need for that tractor. Our next upgrade is going to be a pretty big one. What is... So... Yep, we don't need this. And we don't need this, so yeah, none of this stuff is anything we need. Really hoping they get a trailer in. Um, but if they don't, they don't. So we just need to get the fertilizer. There's that. Solid bag. Just one bag should do the trick. And now we are running pretty low on funds, so we'll have to see if people post some contracts up here later in the day. But for now, we should be just fine. We'll get the fertilizer thrown down and then see what else is available for us. And I suppose I'll just bring this back. This I'll take around. Come on now. There we are. So we'll take this bad boy back with us and get our fields taken care of. Just finished up that last little spot. We are all fertilized. So, park this here really quick and hop out. Take a peek at our numbers. Yes, 100% fertilized, and our yield bonus is sitting at 97%. That is awesome. So we're gonna get a great yield out of this wheat that we planted. Both fields should be at 97. The 3% would have came from mulching, but I didn't have the equipment for that, and it wasn't worth renting. So yeah, that's awesome though. We're gonna have a really great harvest when it comes time. It's a little ways away, but everything's done. We have no prep work left for our fields. We'll be harvesting that. We'll be collecting the straw, and big plans moving forward. And we will have to get a baler most likely. That way we can keep that straw and keep it for feed for the cows. But yeah, that is our fields all complete. So we could just park this guy here. Actually, before I park them, our chickens do need some food, so it doesn't take very long. We will get them topped off with the remaining wheat that we have. And yeah, I'm trying to decide. Still think we have about 3,000 liters of wheat left. So yeah, just under. 'Cause I'm just trying to map out how much barley I'm gonna need to save for when we go to sell that and after we harvest it. Or actually, no, yeah, it'll be when we sell. I forget we have 34,000 liters sitting in our silo. So when we go to sell that, we'll have to keep some on standby just to make sure these guys are well fed. But it doesn't have to be a lot because they really don't go through too much. So that is good to know. Oops, just barely missed them. Still barely missing them. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, they're going through like 100 liters a month at that. So I mean, we're probably good. If we want to be really safe, we can just keep 2,000 on standby. But that would be this wheat that we have here then that could be kept on standby for a whole nother year. So good to know. But right, that's empty. Get this put away, and I'm gonna go check. I'm still really praying that they get a used trailer in, and if not, see about getting a contract. I might just call Katie directly and see if she has anything she needs done. You know, she might not pin something on the board necessarily for anybody to take in, but I'm sure if I give her a shout, she'll have something she needs me to do. So, but I'm gonna go check and see if there's anything on the used market for trailers, and then I'll probably give Katie a call and see what type of work she has for us. So check the shop. Nothing of note at the used market. They had another header in, but nothing for what we need. It was a corn header. But I did call Katie, and she said she needed some weeding done on this field right here. So pays about 5,500, and yeah, easy money. This thing's pretty wide, so borrowing this from her, obviously. But yeah, this shouldn't take us too long, just with the coverage that we got here. So quick, easy money to knock out, and then it's again. I mean, it's gonna be 2 o'clock, so might be heading straight into back home. That rain could turn into snow. We're definitely not gonna be able to get much done, and we're all done at our field. So we'll see where the day brings us after this. But just gonna relax and make some easy money. Right, that is all taken care of. Weeds are all pulled up, so gonna run this back to Katie's house and collect the money, then just head home. All right, Katie, I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, 5,800 added to our bank account, and Katie and I just had a wonderful conversation. She was kind of letting me know who the realtor is for this area. There's really only one guy in town who kind of handles all that stuff as far as you know, acquiring property and stuff. So not that I can buy anything right now, but it's coming very soon, so I can kind of start talking to him, getting some numbers worked up. Although I would be close to being able to pay all cash, I think it'd be wise to take out some sort of a small loan for the land, just so I have some cash on hand for various other things that come up, aka the maintenance that we've just had to do on our tractors and stuff. But I'm gonna wait for the bus and get a ride home since I dropped the tractor off to here. But yeah, so we got some good info from Katie there and some good money. So I'll catch you back at the house. Alrighty, so just got back from Katie's and collected our money, sitting at 6,900, so that's great. And rain's coming in at 2 o'clock. There's nothing that we're going to be able to do to make money before then, but still November time, and next month in December, I'm going to have quite the day selling all of our barley and using the money that we make. So probably won't be able to make it back home for Christmas. So I think I'm gonna pack a bag and head back home for Thanksgiving. And yeah, there's just nothing left to do around here. And I'm just getting back into town here. Spent a few days and enjoyed Thanksgiving back home. Got to see a bunch of the fam, so that was good. But yeah, we're heading back, and it's the end of November, so wake up tomorrow and it'll be December, and we'll check the prices for our barley, get all that sold, and that'll be a couple trips with the trailer. And then we'll see where we're sitting at financially wise. I was shooting some emails over to that realtor Katie recommended, so I'm hoping we get as much as I'm hoping we get quite a bit out of this barley, enough to cover what I was thinking as far as getting some new land. But yeah, it was quite the drive getting back home, so I'm just gonna park this up here, and then I am going to head inside and get some rest, and yeah, that's gonna be the end of November. So perfect. Get out here. Yeah, how are you guys doing? Walter took care of things for me, so yep, they're good. So that was cool of him. And oh man, these eggs would have been great to sell in November. That's when they peak. We don't have a lot here, but it would have been pretty nice. But it's all good. We'll be all right. So I think I'm gonna call it a day though, and we'll have an exciting December to look forward to. Good morning, and we are in December. Christmas is in the air. Yeah, we have quite a bit of barley to sell, and I think I really just want to start there. I suppose I'm going to check the prices real quick and see where we are and where's the best spot to sell. So this is what we're looking at for barley, and I swear the peak was in December last time I checked, unless I got it confused. But I swore the peak for barley was in December, and now it's saying January. We're getting pretty close though here at the grain mill, and the grain mill's really close. We're about $10 off from what it could potentially be, and yeah, it's still climbing, so it'll climb a little bit throughout the day. So I think we're still gonna sell it today, because $10 every 1,000 liters isn't gonna make too much difference. But I just wanted to, yeah, I swear I wasn't crazy. I thought it said December, but that's all right. Eggs are all on the decline now. We missed that peak, but that's okay. We didn't have very many. And I want to double check I didn't misunderstand lettuce. Yeah, lettuce is going to get a huge jump in January. So we're going to hold off on that and save the lettuce for then. And we'll just have that much more to sell. But yeah, I think the barley I have on it already climbed up $1 since we've just been here. So I think that'll be the move. We might wait a couple hours and see if the price goes up, I suppose. There's just not a ton to do, but I guess I can run over to the shop and see if there's anything on the used market quick. If that price is going to climb even just a little bit, it might be worth it. So I'm going to pop over here and see if they got anything in or any late Black Friday sales, I suppose. And nothing really new. They got this bean harvester here, but we do not need that. So, that being said, I'm going to start getting the tractor prepped to get the first load of barley pulled over to the grain mill. Again, I know it says it goes up next month, but we're going to be super busy hauling all the lettuce off that I think it's going to be in our benefit to take care of this now rather than putting it off for later. So, getting here, fired up, perfect. And get this, whoa, get this trailer attached. So, man, I'm all over the place. So we'll pull right under here. And it's right there. We don't want wheat, we want barley. We'll do the full 8,000. Good deal. And should I just head there now? We're gonna have a couple more loads, probably 4 more loads of this barley, so might be worth just starting now. Let's see. Let me check one more time if those prices have went up any. Again, they've went up $1. So it's really just going to keep going up throughout the day. They're all on the up. And I mean, January's the peak. Maybe, I don't know. Might be best if I just leave that and possibly see if there's a contract I can pick up that I can kind of go back and forth between something that it's okay taking all day, because I'll start it, and then if prices start peaking out on the barley, I will switch over and head back home and start doing that. So let me see if there's anything pinned on the board here. And there was just absolutely nothing. So to bide some time, I'm just gonna hop in here and make sure we have plenty of water going for the lettuce, because we are going to be entering our last month of needing this topped off before we sell it all. So we'll just make sure we currently have plenty to make sure we get through all of this month and next month, but it's going to be one of our key money makers even going into next year. So I think it's just worth getting it now and making sure it's topped off right now. So it'll kill some time, make the barley prices go up just a little bit more. I know it's only a few bucks, and I just said $10 waiting for next month wasn't worth it, but there's really nothing else going on today. December's slow, so there's no one with contracts or anything available anyways. So this is what we're gonna have to do, and then we're gonna have to start selling. And yeah, so I'm just gonna take care of this real quick. Perfect. So I just took 4 loads of water over. Didn't completely fill it up, but we're sitting at roughly 33,000 liters of water in there, so plenty to survive. And I think it's just time to head over and get this first load sold. So I know I keep popping in the shop. I do want to check the price, or not the price, I need to see which location it was one more time. And here we are. So the grain mill, $199. I was really, but hopefully by the time we get there, it'll jump up to 1,100. That would make me feel a little bit better. But we'll get that tagged, and it's just down the road here a little bit, so shouldn't take us too long. Right next door, so that's great. We'll get this, and this won't take us long at all. 34,000 to sell, and I believe the 2,000 of wheat that we have is going to be plenty to feed the chickens. So that's what I'm going to feed them, and I'm going to sell all this barley that we have. And if for some reason we go through the extra wheat that we had with the chickens before we harvest our wheat that we just planted, the store sells some chicken feeds. We'll be able to manage and get by either way. So, and I would just want to make as much money as I can before starting to look and make offers on any pieces of property. But this is our first load, and let's see what we get in here. Money's climbing, money's climbing. Should be just over 8 grand. Perfect. 87.99. So that's great. That is really great. That's, yeah, I'm happy with that. Obviously, it'd be great if it was anything more would be fantastic, but we'll be doing okay. 15,000. The money's gonna keep climbing. We have no loans to pay off, and like I said, this is pretty much going towards a down payment for a new piece of land, and I'm not too worried about that though, and paying off that loan, because things are really gonna start getting rolling here. We'll have grass that we can sell. We'll turn it into silage and sell the leftovers from cattle that we're gonna get. So yeah, everything's gonna really start shaping up here, and I'm pumped about that. So I'm gonna mosey back, grab the second load, and then check back in once we get to the grain mill. Load number 2 getting deposited now. Should be dang near the exact same price of 8,800, practically minus $1. So, oh hey, it went up. Great. So yeah, 8,800 to load. Let's keep on climbing. Should be able to crack 40, which is my goal. Yeah. So that'll be good. And then I was eyeballing a piece of property. The one I was saying I was mowing for Walter. So I don't know what the price is on that right now, but yeah, I might be able to even talk to Walter directly on that and save some realtor fees. He hasn't really ever mentioned selling land or anything. I don't know how that's all gonna work out. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, he knows what my goals are, and I mean, everything else around here is bought up. I think he knows that. He's never said anything negative about trying to get land or anything like that. So, you know, and we're already doing some contract work for him, so it seems to me like he's got a little more than he can do on his own. Yeah, he can keep paying me to do stuff, but I'm sure he's ready to part with a little bit of thing and start relaxing a little more. And if, you know, I have to throw in some deals of doing a harvest or two for free for him, well, I'll do that. But this is our next load. So we'll be sitting at 10,000. So yeah, we'll get 2 more full loads, counting this one, and then just about a half load after that, a little less than half. So be looking good. Load number 3 here. And earlier I was mentioning that I wanted a new trailer. I was looking at the used market because I wanted one that was flat so we could put pallets on. And as I've been doing this and loading up the grain and everything, I think I can just take off the sides on this thing, and it'll turn into a flatbed. Now, it's not very big, but we'll be able to strap down a few pallets, and I'm not sure, I don't think it's going to hook up to the truck, but it's going to be a heck of a lot easier loading it into this flatbed than it is into the truck bed. So, something I just realized, and that'll be nice. I'll be able to pop these sides off, and we'll have ourselves a flatbed, and that'll just make transporting that lettuce next month way easier. But anyways, got another good chunk of change there, 8,800. So one more full load, we'll be over 40,000, and that is that's great. Uh, yeah, always more money to be made, and it doesn't seem like a lot now. Some harvests, like that one giant field of corn we did for Katie, brought in for her a heck of a lot more than what we're bringing in from this barley, but we're getting there. You know, we're new into the town, we're new into this game and the farming game. So yeah, we're doing all right though. We're making a profit. We're not in debt, and that there's something to be said for that. So get our last full trailer load here. And yeah, we'll have just over 2,000 left, so not gonna be getting too much out of that last load. Yeah, I guess it could be worth saving for the chickens, but I'm not going to. We're gonna need every penny we can get to get this new piece of property. And here we are with the last load, checking the mirror to see when we're over. Perfect. Get this unloaded. It's unloading this last bit into there. Just checking in the mirror right there. Going. We're seeing that number climb, and there we go. 40,000, 41. Just shy of 42. That's alright. That'll get lowered. We'll go get this last little bit. Really hoping it'll get us to 44,000. And yeah, we're getting this exciting time. It's not even 11 o'clock yet, so we'll be done with this well before noon. I'll be getting on the phone, or at least I'll be looking around, and then, like I said, I'm gonna have to decide if I'm gonna call a realtor or call Walter about that piece he had over there, that small field. So, and our last little bit, that's just under 3,000 liters, topped off, perfect. So we're sitting at $45,000. That is just wonderful. So I'm gonna run this home and start looking at the maps and see what's available and what's catching my eye the most. Said we definitely need a grass field to get going now. We can really turn any field into a grass field, one that's already planted and seeded. That would be great, but it's December time, so we have time in our hands and the equipment to do it ourselves. But we'd be saving a little bit of trouble because grass will always grow. It's not something like it's not like our traditional crops of grains where I harvest it and then I have to recultivate and reseed it and everything. No, once grass is in, it's staying. So I'll just have to do some minor tweaks to whatever field we get, and that'll be pretty much liming and fertilizing. Different kind of roller system, but that I'm not too worried about. And yeah, we'll have a couple small purchases as far as equipment. We'll need a mower and a baler, but I think that's all going to come out of the lettuce budget next month. So this one's just going to be getting the land, but I'm going to get this all put away and then hop in and see what we can get. Okay, so here's the whole map of Sri Lanka. For expanding, I would like to stay somewhere relatively close to our area. There's nothing we're right in the middle, so there's nothing that's too terribly far. And I have marked out the grass fields that there are. There's only 3 of them. And like this one, it's not terrible, but we don't have a lot of room over here for the cattle that we're going to get in. I would love to just have an area next to the grass field for the cattle. We have a small area here, but that just might be a little out of budget for us, 106. And if you come up here, I've kind of mapped this out, and this area is plenty of room to put in a small cow pasture. Might eat up just a little bit of the field, but I'm okay with that. And then ideally, if we could get like these 2 fields down here, acquiring these for field work and just turn this into one giant grass field, because again, the grass we can turn into hay and silage, and we're going to need both those to make sure our cows are properly fed to produce milk. They won't produce milk unless they have the right food. So these are both relatively cheap fields as well, and the field number 80 here is the one I'm most interested in. And let's see, 1.65 acres. This is 1.84. This is 1.42. So this one's the biggest field, and it already has grass in it. And yes, it's the most expensive, but it's really not too crazy. I mean, if you come up here, so yeah, it's just these aren't too bad. They're not too terribly far. I mean, it's a little bit of a drive, but ideally we have our own designated area over here, and tractors are going to get upgraded eventually. So it's a little bit of a drive now, but overall, I don't think it's going to be too bad. But this is owned by Walter, so um, this is the estimated value of it's 44,000 and some change. And I haven't talked to him about it. I don't know what he's asking, even if he'll sell it. But that's the appraised value of it. So I'll talk to him and see if he would even consider selling it. It's kind of odd. I mean, but yeah, we'll talk to him and maybe try to avoid some of the extra fees that would come with hiring that realtor. And I mean, this isn't like buying a house. I don't have an inspection really or anything. He has grass growing. I've mowed it before. I know it grows well there. So there's nothing I need to check out. There's no buildings on this or anything. So I'm going to just talk to Walter and see if he's interested in selling. And yeah, we'll see what he has to say about that, I suppose. All right, Walter, that's great. That's great. I really appreciate it. Um, Promise I won't let you down. And yeah, it'll be well taken care of. So thank you. I really appreciate that, Walter. All right. So spoke to Walter, and he said basically, yeah, he has no problem selling it to me. He said I just got to give him some of the first batch that comes out of the chocolate, which is totally fine. But yeah, we agreed that the keeping the realtor out of it, keeping the realtor out of it and everything, we will just stick with the appraisal value, and we'll call that good. Um, so nothing, yeah, just through him. He, no, like I said, cutting out realtor fees, and Walter could have just said no, but we're gonna have a grass field that's already planted that'll just need some fertilizer, and um, yeah, I'm gonna drive over there and go visit it, and I gotta speak with my bank and get them to wire over the money to Walter. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna drive over there and we're gonna check out our new area. Okay, this is now ours. Down to $461, and oh, look at this. Everything is done. It's 100% fertilized. It's growing. He actually has some leftover cut grass here, and we'll be able to pick some of that up and turn it into. Uh, we'll just get it baled up, and yeah, probably end up turning this extra stuff into silage. But yeah, this is all cut stuff here. But this is awesome. So yeah, this was a steal. I don't know if Walter knew that he had this all done or not, and he probably did and just didn't want to tell me because he knew he was being nice. But yeah, this is all fertilized. I don't know if it needs lime. I mean, we can't. Well, I don't know what growing. I think lime we can only do after it's freshly harvested. So this is, yeah, beyond liming as of now. But yeah, and then this land back here is also all of ours. So we go back to, yep, to this tree right here. Pretty much, yeah. This tree right here is the end of our property line, and then we go down to here. So I think we can fit in a small little cow barn and pasture here, though. That'll be great. I'm very excited about that. And we're going to start getting this really going. Whoever the neighbor is here, they are not taking care of their corn. And then what do we got down here? So these are both owned by Katie. So that might be kind of tough moving to expand in the future, but that's all right. But yeah, this this land is owned by me. So the 461, we're not going to be down there for long. I don't need to take out a loan. We have everything we need. And once we sell all that lettuce here come January time, I will have plenty of money left over. And yeah, we're going to buy some equipment to tend to this grass. And we might have to take out a small loan, but nothing too crazy. And the lettuce is still going to be producing. We're still going to be making money. But yeah, grass equipment and the cow barn to be coming soon. So we just got back from the new land that we got, and although we have no money, next month we're going to be selling all the lettuce that we have just over there. That should bring us a pretty good chunk of change in, and we're going to need some new equipment in order to tend to those grass fields. So I just kind of wanted to pop in the store and see what we're looking at and what prices we're looking at. So looking in here, I guess first things first, I will check the sales. Yep, nothing that we need there. But in here, we will definitely need a mower. So that's going to be first thing first, mower. And yeah, most likely we're going to be going with one of these two. We don't need, it's $500 more for a little bit more width. So yeah, I don't know exactly which one, but we'll likely get one of these two, and then obviously eventually they'll attach to these guys here. They won't attach, but they can go along with them. So yeah, these are just only two in our budget, so that's good to know. And then once we have it mowed up, those two mowers that I just showed, they don't necessarily need to be windrowed. We just have to make more passes, but we potentially would need a tedder, and this would get it so it turns into hay. Now, boy, these can get pretty pricey pretty quick. This one here isn't too bad, and man, I don't know. The thing is, we can get this, but the silage is going to make us more money off the bat, and we have a small field, so we might not worry about the tedder yet. But that is something we will need. Again, the windrower, not necessarily something we need right now, because those two will leave us a swath in the middle. So, but yeah, once we have that mowed up, then we will need a baler. There's round balers and square balers. So look in here. This one here, it's too small. The 120, we won't be able to wrap those. There's not a wrapper, and I'll explain the wrapper portion in a second. But yeah, some of these, I think these are just a little out of our price range. Besides that 22,000, so round balers. Looking in here, these are a little more reasonable, and we can get some. I mean, they're still quite hefty prices. So these down here, like this one here, bales it up and then also wraps it, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, most likely we'll be down here, and this is going to be our big payment of sorts. This is probably what we'll end up having to take a loan out for, which we're going to have to do. But with our lettuce production, and then we'll have this grass production and all of our crops, we'll be able to pay that off in no time. So that's not too bad. And then I want to look at the wrappers, because this will be the next important thing. This one here can do up to 150, and it's only 16,000. So that 60,000 plus the 16 is, 75,000. Obviously 76,000, sorry. But yeah, 76,000, that's still way cheaper than the combo wrapper baler. So that's probably what we'll do. So we'll get that. And yeah, so we'll have the mower, the round baler, and the wrapper. That'll all be good. And that way we can, with the baler, we'll be able to bale up our straw that, we get from the crop fields. And we'll use it to bale up hay. And then that'll kind of be where we go. And go from there. And then we'll have all three items that we need to make cow food. The only other thing we can look at is there's two options as far as making the TMR, the That's what we're combining to in order to feed the cattle. So these are the mixers for them. And yeah, these are pretty pricey. We can also look at building like a shop dedicated to it. It's like a mixing plant. And I don't know what the prices for those are, but should be able to yeah, I'll look at those. But anyways, sorry, that's a that's a lot getting thrown at us, but we have a pretty good idea of where we're going from here, and yeah, we'll be able to. John Deere can transport it, and eventually we're gonna need yeah, more heavier equipment. But for now, I think we're looking okay. The only other thing while I'm here at the shop, Grassland Care, so yeah, the grass roller will also be nice eventually. I'm not too worried about it right now. We get up to, I think it was 93% yield bonus. And so this would just give us that extra little bit. But we don't need that right now. That's just a roller that's dedicated to a grass field. So, um, yeah. And I think that does both in one. It's a roller and a weeder. So, anyways. But yeah, that's it at the store. There's there's a lot. There's a lot. But what we really need to do is kind of get prepped for January. And what I think that means is I'm going to work on getting this trailer set up to be able to better hold pallets. I'm actually going to park the truck over here because I don't know if I'm going to end up loading the truck up or not, but I'll just park it here so I have that option. And yeah, so hop out of here and hop in the John Deere, and I should be able to just pop those off myself. So once I get that trailer set up as I want it, we'll go from there. Okay, so we got the trailer brought over, and that's all figured out. That wasn't too bad of a task there to get those sides off. So that's set up, and we'll be able to load. I'm hoping to get 4 on the base and then stack it up, so we're doing 8 pallets at a time. It's gonna be a challenge, but yeah, it'll be well worth it. I just want to see how many we got in here as of now. And let's see, so yeah, 6,000 liters in there, so that'll 6 more pallets than the 10 on the outside. And overnight we'll be getting more, and the day that we're in right now is still young, so not too shabby. But yeah, December time, there's that's it. We had a busy month already working on buying that grass field over there. I'm excited. Grass doesn't grow during the winter months, so we're not going to be able to do anything with that until about March time, which yeah, it's all fertilized and everything. So that being said, we really don't need to buy all the mowing equipment now, but I probably will just because I'll have the money. And yeah, then we'll really be taking off. So, but I think I'm just gonna go in and try to stay warm and relax for a little bit, and then we'll be looking pretty heading into January. Good morning and Happy New Year. Now January time, we got a little bit of snow coming down, so we have not a lot of field work to. Well, we have no field work to do, so the snow isn't going to be too big of a bother. The only issue is if peak pricing for lettuce is at the farmers market, it might be a pretty slow day. A lot of people are probably staying indoors, but yeah, our fields are looking good, and really all that we have to do here in January is to sell off all of our lettuce, which is going to take quite some time with this little trailer. And let's see, so we have the 10 pallets on the outside, and almost 10 more pallets on the inside. I think I'll definitely be getting to the 10 pallets by the time we go to sell this. So yeah, just 9,500 liters, and so yeah, right there. Oops, I left this door open last night. It's not good. Let's get this shut up. All right. So I guess I just want to see where we need to sell the lettuce at. So we'll go and check the prices now. And while I'm here, yeah. So the price of barley is starting to come down. The peak price did go up a little bit, and yeah, not too crazy much. It would have been, 30 some dollars basically a load more, or I mean per 1,000 liters. So yeah, we could have waited. It would have been nice, but I think this lettuce is going to take us quite some time, and we really had nothing else going on last month, so it's probably for the better. And it's snowing now, so but the price just jumped up again. It's now February. So oh, but the farmers market is sitting well over the peak price right now at 3,300 and climbing. So yeah, I think the plan is to just sell that now, because it's well over what it's saying the peak's gonna be. But yeah, I guess I don't know why the just keeps changing. So anyways, so yeah, with 3,300 though, I'm happy with that, and I think that means we'll hop in here and start loading pallets up. It's gonna be interesting, but yeah, this is what we got going on for the day. So we'll hop in here, and well, we'll see about this. I'm gonna try. And get this first one. It's really hard to see them pallet forks. So, okay. Yep, so we can pull forward just a little bit. Nice and slow. Man, this chances makes it for a long, long day. Alright, alright. Perfect. Yeah, we do not have a lot of money at all, and if there's that other pallet that just came out, but we do not have a lot of money, so we definitely need to get this all sold off. And oh boy. Oh. I'm really hoping we can get 8 at a time on here, but I'm not too sure if that's going to be the case or not, but maybe. So let's see. Just back up a little bit. Nope. There we go. Back up, back up. All right, one down and lots more to go. So, oh, man, it's cold out. At least we got some heat inside this thing. That's actually a little bit far off. You could push that in a little more, but this is where we're at right now. And it's good news is there's literally, even if we want to do other stuff today with the snow, we wouldn't be able to. So basically just gonna grind this out, and if it takes us all day, it takes us all day. Really not much else we could do anyway, so. Alrighty, we got 8 of them on here. We're just going to strap these down. And, yep, those bad boys ain't going anywhere. And we'll get them moved over to the, I believe it, where was it? The farmer's market? Is that where peak price was at? I'm pretty sure it was. So, we're just going to start bringing loads over there, and then we'll stick around there until they all sell. Well, I think, yeah, we'll see how it works out. But, okay. Yeah, I'm going to just mosey on over there. I know where it's at. Well, let me double check quick. And, yeah, the farmer's market's still the best price. So, yeah, I'm just going to head on over there. And we'll see what we get for this first load. Yeah, this Sri Lanka here in the snow looks really, really awesome. I don't remember getting snow last year. I'm certain we did, but you know, we did leave for Christmas last year, and this year I don't know. It looks great. It looks really great. Hop out and unstrap these. Okay. Well, I like the looks of that. 26,000 from this first load, and it sounds kind of busy in here. I don't know if I can go inside or not. Peek around the back here. Can I go in? I don't think I can. But I don't know. It sounds busy in there, so that's good. That's really good to see in here. The parking lot doesn't look full, so I don't know how everybody's getting here, but all right. So we can hop back in here and go get the next load brought over. And the maintenance on this here is not looking good. Check engine light came on. So on the way back, we are going to pass the shop. I'm going to see what the price of that is. That's very frustrating, seeing how we just fixed up the Challenger. But this is what we need, and I'd hate for it to break down while we're trying to load all this lettuce up. Make it good money. It's just going to set us back a little bit, but it's what it is. So yeah, I'm going to stop at the shop and see what they have to say. Hopefully it's just a quick, easy fix that they can get done for us. So it only took them about 45 minutes, but they were able to diagnose the problem and fix her up for us. So it wasn't anything too bad, just literally just some maintenance things. So I probably, like I said, if I had a shed and a work area to do it myself, I probably could have. But this is a lot better, and yeah, it should hopefully make the jobs go a little bit quicker. But so 26,000, it cost us 3,000 to repair it for all the work. Labor fees are insane. If, like I said, if we were doing this ourselves, it'd be a lot cheaper. But that's where we're at right now. But yeah, so 26,000 for 8 pallets. We're gonna have 8 more, and then should have 4 more on top of that. So yeah, another 26. We'll be sitting over 50,000. That'll be a good amount to get us started on the grass equipment that we'll need. And yeah, this is just going to be a, you know, high income year for us. And with this, I wouldn't mind getting another one of these productions, or another greenhouse like this, just to have that source of income. Yeah, I understand we're trying to be a chocolate farmer, but this lettuce stuff, this ain't too bad either. It's a lot of work moving these pallets around, but definitely well worth it. And now I'm kind of starting to get the hang of it, so we should be doing all right. But we'll get this guy loaded up on here. Why is this last one being so difficult? You're doing so well. Oh, brother, I just can't win. I got a little too cocky, saying how well it was going. Now we're stuck in this mess. Come on, man. This last pallet. There, that has to be it. No. Ah, there we go. Thank you. So before any of this topples over, I'm going to hop out and make sure these are all strapped. Holy smokes, that last one. Real doozy. So, I mean, I am glad I got them all in one load here. Decided to go with one more row, but peeking in here. Yep, these bad boys ain't going nowhere. So, we can get back in here and get this all attached. Probably should do that while in forward instead of reverse though. And bag it up. is our last load and really our last task for the day. So that's attached and strapped up. Back into drive. Perfect. Yeah, this is a little heavy for this John Deere, but it'll be alright. It's not too far. Oh, yep, that's all strapped in. Strapped in, nothing's falling off. Okay. So. Alright, well, let's see how much we get out of this load. Okay, here we are. Let's get these unstrapped and see what our total is. All right, 63,000. That's pretty much all we brought in. It was really closer to 66 because I bought the maintenance for this John Deere here. But man, oh man, that is good. That is really good. So we're sitting pretty. We're just sitting pretty right now. I want to get some stuff for mowing, and the thing is, I can't mow right now anyways. January, February, it's not going to grow. It starts growing in March, and it'll be, honestly, April before I can actually mow. So we just have this money sitting here, and I don't see the point in spending it now, especially if we don't have a good place to store it. So we can get it in the summertime, which is fine. But one thing, I just want to keep my eye on the used market as well and see if we're, getting anything worthwhile in. And I'm actually going to check right now and see if, there's any mowing equipment that we can get for a good price and save us a little bit of cash. But let's see what they got here. And this is their used market, and believe it or not, they have a baler. 68% off. 195 horsepower. 180 to 240 centimeter wide bales. Oh boy, let me look at the traditional bales and see. So, wow, this is the one that's on sale, usually 164,000. That's a pretty good deal. That is a pretty good deal. So why we go back, we were looking at this guy here, one of these two. So it's producing bigger bales. I just don't know what the benefit is. It's having, I mean, the price is better, still very expensive, but the price is actually better. But our tractor, we would have to use the Challenger, and the Challenger, I think, would need an upgrade, which we can do. We can do an upgrade on the Challenger as well. That's going to use up all of our money that we have. We do need a baler. I'm not opposed to taking out a small loan to get the rest of the mowing equipment. Man, we got a tough decision here to make. Tough decision. So, with the 51,973 plus, we would have to get this wrapper, which is 54,000 even. Chances of one of those coming in. Yeah, 105,000 for that. Or we get the round baler, 65,000. This is going to be like no contest. Plus 16,000. 81,000. We're saving $20,000 by doing it this route. So although the deal looks good and the round bales are a little less fun to load, yeah, I don't think this is worth it. Sucks. If we had more money, it would be, but we're just not there yet. We're a growing farm, and that's okay. But maybe something else will come in on the market. Especially I'm looking at a mower. I'm really hoping one of these comes in on the used market or anything. But this is what this is what we need. So, yeah, anyways, we got all that looked at, and it's time to head on home. It's already 2:30. We had quite the long day, and yeah, I think that's gonna be it. We got all of our lettuce sold. I'm definitely going to have to spend the February filling back up my uh, water tank, but yeah, everything's good. So we're gonna just park this trailer back here. And then we just wait, get through spring, and hopefully there'll be some good contracts to make some money. Um, yeah, I mean, I can't forget about that. We're sitting okay right now, but a little extra cash because we got to get, like I said, quite a bit of stuff still. We'll we'll have to get that baler, we'll have to get the wrapper, and we'll have to get a mower, and that'll be putting us close to $95,000 that we're gonna need. Like I said, taking out a small loan, it's okay, but yeah, we're gonna want to get it paid off as fast as possible, and no better way to do that than some contracts. So, but we're gonna wait before we get any of that, so that way, you know, storage wise, we don't have any place to store it right now. There's not a lot of room. We can fit some stuff behind the Challenger, but yeah. So pretty much that's gonna be it for this month. We just sold stuff, which, and we made a pretty dang good profit. So Walter went inside, staying warm, and well, that's it, I suppose. So I'm Original Farming, and I'll see you on the next one.